Okay, so here we have our olive python, and about 5 years ago I had one a lot bigger than this one, about this around the girth. I had my daughter bring some friends over and showing all the snakes, and we just bred some baby womas, and we showed her all the baby womas, and then we pulled out Olivia, like I said, which is a lot bigger than this snake, and chucked her over my shoulder as I always do, and had her out for a little while, and then we tried to get her off, and she didn't want to play the ball, she didn't want to go back into her cage, and she started getting tighter and tighter around my neck, and as I'm doing this, pulling her off, she's sort of reversing the coil like this, and pushing my jaw up like that, and my daughter's standing pretty much where this guy is with the camera, and I was sort of out of breath, and sort of went down on sort of one knee, and with my hand waving, and kabang, out like a light, passed out on the floor. Laid on the floor there for a few seconds and sort of had a few bit of dribble coming out, a few bubbles coming out of my mouth, and my daughter was still standing there while this was happening. And then my wife came over and she got the snake off me, pretty much put the snake back, and I sort of came to, sat on the lounge and looked across, and she said, "You better go and look in the mirror." And when I looked in the mirror, and every blood vessel in my eye was busted, pretty much looked like Dracula, with big red blood spots, real glassy, massive headache, the back of the head. So I had to go to the hospital. So I went to the local hospital, and in the emergency there, now you try to tell the doctor with eyes like this, you've just been strangled by a snake. It took quite some convincing. Lucky my daughter was there, and yes, they believe me. And luckily, yeah, no damage was done. Had to sort of have a test behind the back of my ear and back of my eye, but luckily nothing happened. Wow. So it was quite fortunate. So yes, I have strategy plans in my house for venomous snakes, but not for pythons.